this threat to the human race is a very real thing. I don't know. Maybe people are better off not knowing. It's just too goddamn scary to think about.
On the outset, they came to share technology with us, to guide us along in our advancements. However, in the last 20 years or so, there has been a growing tension between us and them. We fear that their intentions have changed. They see us as a very primitive and destructive species, and the planet that we live on is something that they desperately want, and they are taking it. The government, as well as this alien race, will stop at nothing to keep their existence a secret. And what I mean by this is that many people have died as a result of either being a threat or knowing too much.
My father was a colonel in the United States Air Force, and he had this burning secret inside of him that he carried around for 30 years. After my dad retired, he knew that he had to let go of it. He knew that he couldn't keep it inside of him, that it was just eating him alive. It was morally wrong. The fact that my father died at the time that he decided to go public with his secret just reaffirms my suspicion that in fact he was murdered. One of the last things he told me before he died was if I ever wondered if we were alone in this infinite universe, to wonder no more, because we're not.
In the early 90s, there was a live video feed from the shuttle that anyone could tune in and see on cable TV. However, there were a few incidents that were caught live, and once the public began asking questions, NASA stopped the live feed broadcast from the shuttle. Once I began to examine the footage and realize that the objects in question were not space matter, they were not ice particles, they were technological devices, some, in my estimation, the size of a football field. Based on the footage that I had seen of an actual alien craft being fired upon by one of our aircraft, I knew the scope of what was happening. Alien craft being fired, explanation to the outside world that the objects in question were ice particles. However, anyone looking at this footage can see objects accelerating, changing direction. This is not something an ice particle can do in outer space. When Apollo 11 went to the moon and an object was videotaped moving over the lunar surface, questions were raised about the moon and how it played a part in this whole scenario. We learned that this alien race has been using the moon as a base between their world and ours. This fact was verified when we examined photographs taken in the early 70s of the moon's surface. And we did indeed find a series of photographs detailing an object moving over a crater, then suddenly descending into the crater. This series of photographs, in my mind, is the most frightening example of what we are really facing.